How to find free fertilizer in 7 days to die. Now, before we speak about free fertilizer, let's look at ways to make fertilizer. There are 3 ways to make fertilizer: the campfire method, the chemistry station method, and the cement mixer method. All of these come at a cost, both in the resources required and the time taken to craft. Okay, so let's look at exactly what resources are required for the 3 different methods. So we'll start off with the campfire. So I've got a little test area set up here. So in order to make fertilizer, you need 2 human turds, 15 nitrate powder and 3 dirt fragments. Now the human turds you can find in toilets in most of the buildings. Nitrate powder you can harvest from smashing up the rocks, not the small rocks you pick up, stones, not the small stones you pick up off the floor, but the next size up. You don't tend to find it on the really, really big stones. And you can also find it where there's some sort of deformed earth, where you're going along, you'll find almost like a little mound, and it'll be like a whitey black colour. You can harvest it from there. And dirt, obviously, you can dig up in most biomes just from the floor. So, look at the ratio. 2, 15, 3. So if we kick off 1, it's telling us down here that it's going to take over 24 minutes, or 24 minutes 40 for 1 fertilizer. Okay, so now we're going to do the same in the chemistry station. Now what you'll notice in the chemistry station is that it's exactly the same. Yeah, it's human turds, it's nitrate powder and it's dirt fragments. But there are a couple of things here to note. It takes just over half the amount of time and the resources are fewer. So it's 1 human turd, 10 nitrate powder and 3 dirt. So if we just compare that to the fire, it's 2, 15, 3 there. 1, 10, 3. So you can see half as much human turd and only 10 rather than 15 nitrate powder. Okay, so if we kick off one of those, like I say, 12 minutes 26. Okay, now we move on to the cement mixer. And one thing you'll notice that's different about the cement mixer is that instead of the human turds, it's using the rotting flesh that you harvest when you chop up the zombies. So this can be quite good. Again, it's not as quick as the chemistry station. This is 15 minutes and 56 seconds. But the rotting flesh is a lot more readily available. So again, you're using quite a bit of nitrate on a similar sort of scale as what we saw over here in the fire, 15, okay? And it's quite a bit more dirt, so we're using 10 dirt in this rather than 3, and that's what we get from there. So depending on what you've got available to you, you can use one of those 3 methods. One other thing to keep in mind, when you're looking at the campfire method, you do need to have, if I just turn this off for a minute and I cancel this, you do need to have a beaker, at least 1 beaker in there. If you don't have the beaker, then it won't work. Okay, so they're the 3 methods. Hopefully that's helped to answer some of your questions regarding how to make fertilizer. So here we have a breakdown of the various methods of creating the fertilizer again, just so you can see it a bit clearer and see the differences. Okay, so we're going to talk now about how we get the free fertilizer. All you need for this is a shovel. You can even use a stone shovel. Now I've set a waypoint to these. I don't know if you see it in the middle of this circle where the flag is. There's little black speckles. If you set a waypoint for the little black speckles, head over there, and what you'll see is this distinctive markings in the ground. So see here, this here is free fertilizer. Now it doesn't always give you free fertilizer straight away, and it can be easily confused with this style that gives you stone and sand and iron. Now, so you can see there, so we'll drop those. Okay, so now if you look at this section, there's one here and there's one here. So if we dig, you don't always get it, this is the problem, but there you go. It's just gone up on the right hand side there. So if you see, we've got 1 fertilizer. And if you can compare that to the amount of resource and effort it took when we looked at the other 3 methods of making it, it's usually in the top sort of layer or so, and there you go, there's another one. So now we've got 2, and that has taken seconds. All that is required is a little bit of map reading. Now, if we try and find another little section, we'll move out to another section over here, and we'll head over there. When we get there, we'll continue. Oh, there's some more here though before we go. Here we go, there's another one. So in the space of a few minutes, we've got 3. So if we head over this side, okay. So we're at this new location, and you can see the difference. This is rock and sand and iron, but this will be some fertilizer, he says. Like I say, you don't always get it, but 9 times out of 10 it is there. No, that's no good. So there's another one over here. Yep, so we've got some more here. There we go. We've just grabbed some there. And there looks like there's another one here as well. There we go. So let's jump out the hole and just have a little look. And you can see, in the space of a few minutes, we've gained 5 free fertilizer. Now, if you're like me, I avoided the burnt lands because it was just so miserable that it's not really an area you tend to frequent too often. But if you do go in there and you look out for these little patches of black that you can see there inside the circle, you can see some more over here. It looks like there's a few more up here, you know, in this little section. I don't know if you can see it too well there, but there's more. But if you just wander around, you will find it in abundance. So you can use the Arga to, you know, try and attack these areas, see what you can get. It's usually just in the top layers. Yep, see, I've got some more there. Now you can see we've got 8 fertilizer there in the space of a couple of minutes. Just using the Arga, not even trying to find the patches, just knowing you're in that area. Now if you're trying to gather resources, this is another great place. Look, when we started we had virtually nothing. Now we have got a bit of everything. Admittedly I'm using the Arga, but you could do the same thing with the shovel. Hope you found this information about fertilizer useful. But as with everything, there might be better or improved ways of doing things, or ways we've not discussed. If that's the case, please comment below. Help a son out. Thank you for watching this how-to video. Please don't forget, if you've enjoyed it, to like, subscribe and share. And hopefully we'll see you next time on another episode with the Sons of Navezgane. Catch you later.